Well, forget about worrying about an election 20 months from now. Former Republican Oklahoma Senator Tom Coburn says worry about all the $6 trillion none of these guys are talking about right now. What is that $6 trillion, Senator? What are we talking about?
Well, last year, you know, the CBO and the Government Accounting Office, as well as Office of Management and Budget, said we ran a $480 billion deficit, but they didn't count the increase in unfunded liabilities that all the deficit programs took into account. So if you did general accepting accounting principles like Fox News has to do and any other business and any other nonprofit, what they would have recognized is $6 trillion worth of additional liabilities that our kids are going to have to pay back.
You know, I think a lot of people hear these numbers, Senator, and kudos to you because you've been throughout your career bemoaning this, but I think it falls on deaf ears after a while. How do you wake people up to the urgency of this ticking time bomb?
Well, the markets are eventually going to recognize it. When the bid to cover ratio on 10-year bonds all of a sudden drops because the people who are purchasing our debt recognize our unfunded liabilities even though we don't, and say, hey, this is a bad deal.
Yeah, but they haven't done that, right, Senator?
No,
I mean, the argument is that we might be pathetic, but compared to the rest of the world, we're like the tallest midget in the room, so we benefit. You say that can't go on forever.
Well, it won't go on forever. You know, everything continues as it does until it doesn't, and nobody can predict the future. But the point is, here's the point I'd make, Neil, is we have a Congress today run by Republicans and a Democratic president, an ideal time to fix the very key things that so many of the people in this country are really dependent on. Next year, Social Security Disability Trust Fund will be out of money. We've known that for 10 years. Nobody on the Finance Committee, other than myself when I was there, nobody on Ways and Means in the House have addressed that issue. And yet next year it's going to run out of money. And so what we do is we wait till the crisis happens, and then we put in a fix that doesn't really fix it over the long run. So the real question ought to be is how do we fix our country and make it function the way it should be? And the way to do that is an Article 5 Convention of the States, which is what I'm working on, grassroots all across the country, where the states and the citizens take back the authority that's truly theirs, and we tell the Congress and the President. That's right, and they will.
All right, that's well put, Senator. Thank you very, very much. Meanwhile.